everyone. Today I'm going to be doing 15 random facts about me. So what I did is I got a random question generator and I have 15 questions on there and I don't know what they are and I'm going to answer them. Yeah, it's pretty simple. If you hear chewing, it's my dog. She just dropped her bone. Okay. So how would you describe your sense of humor? Can you give an example? I'm very sarcastic. Like I love saying things like, oh really? I didn't know that. And wow, that's so funny. And I also love dry humor. So, yes. What have you recently felt grateful for? Recently I've been feeling kind of down, so I felt really grateful for my friend and my sister. They're both like here for me, even if they're not physically here. One of them is here, and so I'm really glad I have them. What's your current biggest worry? I'm worried about so many things. This is so difficult. Right now I'm worried about my laptop dying because my dog Bee chewed up my charger, and so I can't charge my laptop. And my sister sent me a laptop charger, which was super nice for her, but it doesn't come until Wednesday. And so I'm really worried my laptop's gonna die. My friend is letting me use her charger, but it's still stressful. What would someone who doesn't know you well be most surprised about you? I think someone who doesn't know me well would be surprised that I'm actually a nice person. Like I act really mean. That's kind of my front, my shield is to be mean. So the fact that I'm actually a nice person and I really care about people is probably the surprising thing about me. What's something uncomfortable but you feel everyone should experience at least once in their life? I think being on stage and doing a performance of some sort. I think just because I love it, so I can't really talk. It's not as uncomfortable for me, but I think it's a good way to find yourself and find how your own confidence. So I think that's really important. Just doing some sort of performance, or stand-up comedy, like a monologue or just a speech or whatever in front of even just like a few people, I think is really great. One thing you think you should be doing more often? I should be drinking water more often. I don't drink enough water. Does your family have any weird traditions? I don't know if it's like weird, but my sister and I, whenever we get into an argument and we like argue a ton, and so then we thought it was a funny joke to say fight, so whenever we're like making sure each other's okay or like getting along really well and saying like, oh I love you so much, we'll say like fight, and then the other person replies fight, and then if ever we're happy, because it just shows we love each other. I don't know if it's a tradition so much, it's just a thing we do, but yeah, that's fun. What's the most spontaneous thing you've ever done? I drew a smiley face in the cement at school. It was really exciting because it was wet cement, and so I wasn't supposed to, but I did, and it's still there. What do you think people pretend to like when they really don't? Other people. I think a thing that people pretend a whole bunch is like, yeah, I really like you, you're such a good, nice person, you're so fun, blah, 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 and really you don't like the person. It's difficult not to do, and it probably shouldn't happen as much as it does. What is it that motivates you the most? I think when I wake up early, because I just feel like, oh, I'm so alive. When I wake up early, I just feel like I'm so like on top of it. I'm so ahead of the game, and I can like eat breakfast and like walk Bee, and so it's just like I'm so productive when I wake up early. At what age did you think you became an adult, and when do you actually think you did? did you think you became an adult, and when do you think you actually think you did? I thought you became an adult at like 18, and I am past 18, and I am full on not an adult. I mean, legally I'm adult. I'm an adult, but I'm not. Like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I can barely take care of myself. I can take care of my dog better than I can take care of myself. I should not be on my own. I'm not an adult. So, I haven't actually become an adult yet, but I think it's at least 25. Like, I anticipate a long way away. Of all the problems in the world, which one would you like to see solved first? I'd say, I'm lumping, like, racism and sexism and all the phobias into one group, because just fear of difference is what I'd like to see solved first, because I think it sucks. It's just, we can't work together until we all respect one another. And so we can't work together to solve all the problems of the world until we can work together and be united as one. What is your current philosophy about money? So, I have a lot of anxiety, and so I don't like talking to people, and so I don't like going in stores or going out to eat or anything like that. So I think spending money is fine. I just don't do it because it gives me too much anxiety to go the places where I would go to spend the money. And I'm too lazy to shop online. So I know that sounds weird, but like my dad has the Amazon account, so I like send him the stuff to order and then I pay him back. And so I'm like, that's just a lot of work, so I just don't buy things ever. So, well, I think it's fine to spend money, but I don't think. It stresses me out to spend money generally, so I just don't. I hoard it all. What was the last thing that truly disappointed you? Well, I auditioned for a musical. This, like, a week ago. And I thought I did really well at the auditions, but I didn't even get invited to callbacks, so that was really, really disappointing for me, because I don't get picked for big roles, like, ever. Never. But I love theater so much, so that was definitely really disappointing. I'm getting over it though. I'm gonna do props for the musical, so it'll be fun. And what's your close call story? Is the last one. Close call to what is my question. But if it's death, then what I felt, it wasn't really a close call, but I felt like it was a close call. In my freshman year of high school, I got a concussion over spring break, and it was a really, really bad concussion. Like, I was so sick. My head hurt so badly. It was a big thing. But I ended up getting it over spring break, and then I couldn't really go to school for the rest of the year. So the teachers had to freeze my grades and everything. So it was a big thing. But anyway, I was taking the max dose of ibuprofen, of Advil, and as one does when one is in severe pain. And then I think it doesn't go through my system fast enough, because I started experiencing overdose side effects. Like, I was throwing up ridiculously. I was slipping in and out of this, like, weird consciousness. I was hallucinating, and my body would be moving without my permission. Like, I would just be sitting there, and then my head would start to turn, and I couldn't stop it. It would just turn until it stopped, and then I could turn it back, but I couldn't control it. So that was really scary. My dad was really close to taking me in to get an IV, but then I started getting better. So that was really, really scary. I felt like I wasn't gonna die, but I felt like I was gonna die. I felt like I was never gonna get better, because it was like the most terrifying experience of my life. And that's why I don't do drugs. So those are 15 fun facts about me. If you have any other questions about me, let me know in the comments, because I will answer pretty much whatever. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, etc., etc., etc. And most importantly, go cause some chaos.